And I'm Baron Vaughn, and this is the Regalist.
No. Oh, it's the trailer.
What?
It's the trailer.
This is not the Regalist?
Mm-mm.
Am I still Baron Vaughn?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I feel good about that.
Yeah, but this is definitely the trailer. You're filling in for Yasser on the trailer.
Okay, you seem really sure about that, Erin Gibson.
I am, because it's the truth.
Okay, well, if this is the trailer and not the Regalist, then how do you explain this? It's the Regalist, and I'm Baron Vaughn. Today we're getting you hyped for How to Train Your Dragon 2 and the return of Toothless. I'll bet you already know what this countdown is. We're counting down the big screen dragons that get you all fired up. Present company excluded, of course. Why isn't Toothless in the list? Number 4, the Hungarian Horntail from Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Yes, it's a badass dragon. But the Hungarian Horntail is not Harry Potter's biggest foe. No, he reserves that right for puberty. That's a completely different fire. Comes up from your loins. A Jenny Weasley. A Jenny Weasley. Number 3, the male from Reign of Fire. Of course, there are a few other males in this movie. Am I right, ladies? Christian Bale, Gerard Butler, Matthew McConaughey. Ooh, girl, is there a dragon in this room? Because it's getting all steamed up. That's what women would say about those. Number 2, Falkor. From the Neverending story, Falkor is a luck dragon, part monster, part Labrador. He's the type of dragon that you would save from a shelter, and you can teach him tricks, you know, like how to talk, or flying over the streets of Vancouver. Oh, Falkor, I love you. Yeah! And the number 1 most dragoniest dragon of dragondom, SMAUG, from The Hobbit, Desolation of SMAUG. Not only the most vicious beast in Middle-earth, but also the richest. What? Hashtag rich dragon jokes. You better wife up that dragon, you know. The only thing worse than a fire-breathing dragon is a fire-breathing dragon in a Maserati. Rich dragon jokes. The other dragons voted him most likely to marry a dragon 200 years younger. Get it? Because he likes younger dragons. His nostrils smoke, but they only smoke like Cubans. What? Rich dragon jokes. And there you are, guys. And you can get fired up in June when Toothless and How to Train Your Dragon 2 hits Regal cinemas everywhere. Tell us why we're wrong in the comments, and we will tell you why we're the definitive authority on cinematic dragons. Subscribe now.
Well, I knew SMAUG was going to be number 1.
Am I right? Yes, he's a badass dragon or a bedragon.
A bedragon, yeah.
Yes.
That's different than bedazzled.
It's very different.
So on the Regalist, you do movie-centric countdowns.
Yes.
So like you'll talk about the most destroyed cities in movies.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
And you have one coming out for 22 Jump Street.
Yes, which is the most awesome movies based on TV shows.
Oh, it's because there's been a lot. There's been a slew lately.
A slew is a good way to describe it.
You know which show I wish they would make into a movie?
What's that?
Golden Girls.
They kind of already have.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people don't know this, but there was a spinoff from the Golden Girls called Golden Hotel, right?
But it was a movie?
No. Well, let me finish.
Okay.
There was a spinoff from the Golden Girls called Golden Hotel, and it starred a young Don Cheadle. So technically, Hotel Rwanda is similar.
Okay, so Hotel Rwanda is like the sequel to this Golden Girls show?
It's sort of the spinoff from it's sort of the movie of the spinoff of the Golden Girls.
Okay, very.
If you want to connect those things.
Super meta, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're doing that.
Yes.
And how do you figure out which one's number 1?
Well, I'm glad you asked that, Erin. It's called math, which is short for mathematics. You see, my grandfather, Regal Vaughn, had a machine called the Filmatron 7. That's it right there.
Yeah.
Look at him, dashing gentleman that is. But today we actually use something called the Filmatron 5000. That's right. There's been 4,993 iterations of that machine. The latest one this morning, which is why I'm wearing the same clothes.
They all take up the size of a room.
Exactly,
yeah.
Exactly. Even by today's standards, that's like a gigabytes.
Yeah.
That's going on there, something that Christopher Lloyd made up in Back to the Future. Anyway, now we use this machine to basically calculate all the different information from movies, and they make a list, and then we change it because we can, and it's our show.
So you built a computer that you totally disregard?
Yes. I disregard machines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you.
It's
as you should.
It's one of my things.
Well, you have a lot of traditions, clearly. We have traditions here.
On the
trailer.
The trailer, right.
Yeah, and we watch
puppies.
Trailers? No. We watched trailers.
Sped up photosynthesis.
We watched
Trailers.
You got
Oh,
it!
that's why you call it that.
You got it. Okay.
Yes.
We have one that I have personally been watching for as long as it's been out.
Okay.
It's the trailer for Fault in Our Stars.
Ah.
It is what I call cry porn. So let's take a look at it.
This is the truth.
Hey, make some friends.
Sorry.
My bad. I'm Augustus Waters. I've been in remission for about 1.5 years.
Maybe you'd like to share some of your fears with the group.
My fears? Oblivion. What's your name?
Hazel.
What's your full name?
Hazel Grace Lancaster. Why are you staring at me?
Because you're beautiful.
Watched it 1,000,000 times, cry every time. I will sit at my computer, watch the trailer,
Cry. Okay.
feel better.
You got to get that out of you.
You got to get it out somehow.
Okay.
So, Shailene Woodley.
Yeah, Shailene Woodley. She seems like she's playing cancer patients.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. It's not just about that, though. Clearly, it's
I would
about,
assume not.
Yeah.
It's about maybe there being some sort of fault.
Yeah, and then also constellations. Is that
Oh,
where you're
okay.
going with that?
All right. Yeah. Okay.
No, finding love in a place where maybe you didn't expect to find love. How fleeting our time is on Earth. All those overarching things that make me make wetness come out of my face.
Okay, which is basically how I feel about the movie Little Giants.
That's how you feel about Little Giants?
Yeah, it's overcoming the odds and adversity, except with the help of Rick Moranis there. Here it's just love, it seems like.
It's just love. You know what else? So we saw another movie this weekend.
What's that?
That also made me cry.
Uh-oh.
Maleficent.
Oh.
Which also has to do with finding love.
That's that movie where Angelina Jolie is magnificent.
She's magnificent as Maleficent.
Yeah, because she looks magnificent.
Can you believe those those prosthetic implants?
Her cheekbones?
Those aren't her real cheekbones.
That's got to be real cheekbones.
No.
Those are so sharp.
I
could dice an onion on those things.
And you should.
And
That's what you should do.
Because then I would start crying.
Yeah. Next time you see Angelina Jolie, you just
start,
present her with an onion and say, "May I?"
Madame, will you dice this with your face? And she'll be like, "How dare you?" You know how.
That's how she talks.
Jolie
Yeah,
talks.
exactly. Brilliant. I mean, I love fairy tales, and I love fairy tales for.
Well, the special effects look fantastic.
So good.
To me.
When she flies, when I saw Wicked on Broadway.
Don't you ruin it for me.
I'm not going to. Okay, when I saw Wicked on Broadway.
All right.
And
this conversation has on Broadway in it.
when Elphaba, it's this gigantic movement where she swings.
Elphaba?
Elphaba.
Oh, right. That's the green. Adele Dazeem played Elphaba, right?
So she like turns into the Wicked Witch, right? And so she has this huge black cape and she takes with the entire stage. And she starts singing Defying Gravity, and I was just like, it was so overwhelming, and that's how I felt.
And beautiful.
When Maleficent started flying,
okay.
I had the same reaction.
Well, that's a feeling I love to have.
Yeah, of just a woman in flight.
Just a woman in flight and feeling in awe. There's no glass ceiling. And
no, there's no, when you can fly, there's no glass ceiling.
There's no glass ceiling.
Oh, it's the only way we'll overcome sexism in the workplace.
Probably,
to start
and
flying.
also if you have a dragon made of trees, like Maleficent has.
Oh, yeah.
Like just made of roots that comes out of nowhere and is just gonna fight for you.
Everything, the CGI was super. I mean, kind of like all the kind of trollish fantasy movies now.
Trollish?
Trollish.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's also the language that they tend to speak.
Trollish. Yeah. It's ish. They look scary.
Okay.
But they're actual gentle creatures in this movie.
Oh, okay.
Frightening, like almost like Pan's Labyrinth, which actually did scare me. I had to walk out of.
Yeah. You were scared by Pan's Labyrinth?
Oh, walked right out of it.
Well, you know my favorite.
Loved it and was like, I can't handle it.
Oh, I loved it. You didn't because I feel like at the end.
It's also super violent.
Well, but at the end you have resolution.
Exactly.
It's cathartic.
And you do it. I have to say, the way that they flipped the script on Sleeping Beauty in this was so satisfying.
Don't you tell me, I gotta see it.
Okay, yeah. Loved it. Times a million. Cried in the movie theater. Watching it by myself, holding my backpack.
Oh.
That was the scene for me.
Backpack full of love.
Yeah, backpack, because my laptop was in it and I wanted to hug something.
You wanted to hug something warm.
Something warm. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I assume we're going to watch a trailer for this.
No.
No?
I already saw the whole movie.
Oh, do I get to watch the trailer?
You don't get to watch anything.
Oh,
you have to only hear me talk about it.
Okay, that's fine. These things happen.
We saw another movie this weekend.
What's that?
We saw. You're good at this.
I think I am.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I am.
A Million Ways to Die in the West?
Oh, yes, the new Seth MacFarlane movie.
Yes. Are you a big Family Guy fan?
I am a big Family Guy fan. I actually prefer American Dad and pretend like the Cleveland show never happened.
Can you do any of the voices from the show?
Which, yeah, a couple of them. Here's one. There's one. Here's another one. Well, here's another one. I can't believe that would be Roger the alien from American Dad.
Okay, so this is a segment of the show where we go toe to toe, head to head, however, fisticuffs.
All right.
With a hashtag war. I call it hashtag wars.
Okay.
Yeah. Because like all real wars, they deserve a hashtag.
That's true.
Yeah. This one is
hashtag WW2.
Yeah. Yeah. You know how that's how World War II started. Hashtags.
Is it really? Okay.
So this one is you know the Old West. It was dangerous.
Apparently.
There were no doctors.
There's a couple, but
there was bullets, and you had no friends. That's my impression of the Old West.
All right, makes sense. Totally makes sense.
And after this movie, I think that is all totally valid.
Okay, yeah, all right.
So we're gonna play a game called A Million Ways to Die. Hashtag A Million Ways to Die.
Okay.
I'm gonna list
a couple.
You're gonna have some.
All right.
And we're gonna see who has the better of the two. Now here's what's cool about it. You can also play at home. Don't forget to subscribe, and you can put your hashtags below in the comments. And you're going to enter to win. Always dramatic sipping.
Well, always dramatic sipping.
Mm-hmm. You're going to enter to win an autographed, signed book. It's the same thing, but I like to say it twice. Of A Fault in Our Stars, signed by the cast and by the author John Green.
Oh, okay.
So. Big deal.
There's no fault in those stars.
No, I have an autographed copy, but you actually signed it. You wrote all over it.
Yes,
and now I can't
true.
even read it because you just wrote on every page.
I was like, I can't believe it, all over the book, all over the inside cover.
Okay, are you ready to do this?
Yeah, let's do it.
So don't forget to write your own in the comments below. Hashtag Million Ways to Die. Here we go. Crushed by a corset.
Ooh, corset crushing. Why is that bad?
I think you have to literally. You tie your corset to a horse, and then the horse, and then the horse.
And then the horse just crushes and your ribs kind of cave in.
You pop in half.
That's horrible.
Drowned in an outhouse.
Yeah, drowned in an outhouse. That's a crappy way to go. Floink.
There you go. Bad beans.
Bad beans. Can beans go bad?
Yeah, you know how beans sometimes they put on chaps and they have six guns?
Oh yeah.
What are they called?
Just those six shooters?
6 shooters.
You say sixpences? Yeah.
All beans look like Yosemite Sam.
Yeah, okay.
And they shoot the guns you know how
they have red-headed beards and stuff?
Yeah, bad beans.
Wow, so it's just
it's not a fart joke.
It's just like a group of outlaw beans.
Yeah, it's a legitimate thing to be scared of in the West.
Okay. So they're like gangsta beans, essentially. Mm-hmm. Beanist to society.
Yeah.
Beans in the hood.
Beans in the hood.
New Jack City beans.
Yeah, really, any gay movie you could
that I can
list
think of.
with put beans in
Bad beans. Well, those all sound horrible.
Was that a Bad Boys reference?
What?
Bad beans?
No.
Okay.
Bad beans. Is that what you meant to?
Topical. Yeah.
Okay.
No, the movie Bad Boys. It doesn't matter. You know what? It doesn't matter anymore.
Well, there's also a couple songs called Bad Boys.
Oh, I know that Bad Boys song, but I'm not going to admit that I know it because then that makes us aware in the 80s. You know what I mean?
I think the 80s is a great time to be aware of.
Sure.
Especially the 1880s, like the Old West. What? That's a transition.
That was so solid and fluid.
Here's a couple million ways to die that I have. You ready?
A couple million? We're going to be here all day.
3 ideas
that
fit into A Million Ways to Die in the West. Okay. Spur to the groin.
That's really bad for anybody.
First of all, you shouldn't try to ride someone's groin in the first place. Not in this way. Mm-hmm. What?
I am following you.
Well,
I know my face says otherwise.
That's one of those things that you say, and then the moment you say it, you're like, oh, that could mean 100 other things. And your face just showed all those other things that you thought it meant.
I had all the emotions just now.
Spur to the groin.
Yeah.
Okay, so spur is a sharp thing, that you use to kick a horse.
I know what a spur is. That wasn't my confusion.
Okay,
yeah.
It's a team, sometimes from San Antonio as well.
Oh, sometimes they go to other cities?
Yeah, so you don't want one of those spurs to kick you in the groin.
No.
But you also don't want a real spur to kick you in the groin because it's sharp. It might cause some crazy damage. and you get an infection, and then boom, dead in the West.
Yeah, you know what I always say about spurs?
What?
Just use them to cut a pizza.
That's true. We took all our spurs and put them on the ends of things, and now
that's what
pizza pie.
That's it.
In perfect quadrants. That's not even.
Sure, why not?
Okay. Here's another way to die.
Can't wait.
Horse breath.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'd be that bad though.
Well, you don't know this horse.
Oh,
this horse doesn't brush.
This sounds like baggage.
This horse doesn't brush. This horse ate Indian food before it went to sleep. Didn't brush.
Yeah.
And just woke up with all the spices of deliciousness that are no longer delicious because it was like horse digested. Mm-hmm. And then it's just like, hey, what's up? And it's like, whoa. You have to say, because that's the first thing that it wants to ask for is more food. So it's like, hey. And you're like, whoa, and you can die from that.
That's what, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Horse breath.
Sure.
You don't seem convinced.
I didn't need an explanation, but I'm glad I got one.
Okay, all right, here's the last one. Smoking the tumbleweed. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I think there was a lot of...
Like real weed?
Tumbleweed.
Oh, okay.
Because you can't smoke tumbleweed. It's made for that. So you just...
It's just made for tumbling?
If you smoke tumbleweed, your insides will become a ghost town.
Okay, look, here's the thing.
What? What's the thing?
I think I won.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Why did you win?
Because of this.
Well, I can't argue with graphics.
You can't. You really can't. Thank you so
Look
much.
at that.
Yeah.
Great.
It's one of the best stills I've ever had stolen from my online presence.
You are ahead of this game.
Thank you so much. Thank you for filling in today.
Hey, it's the least I could do, literally.
This is the most effort you could put in.
Yeah, no,
I'll take it.
I'm efforted it up.
Don't forget to write your own hashtag A Million Ways to Die and put them in the comments below to win a signed copy of The Fault in Our Stars. And this is also really cool. On June 5th, Regal is doing a simulcast with the actors, the crew, and the author John Green. And that's on June 5th. That's the day before the movie even opens. If you want more information about that, check out regmovies.com for more information. And that's the end of our show.
Yeah, she's been Erin Gibson.
He's been Baron Vaughn. Check him out Friday on The Regalist.
On The Regalist. You're about to call me she, aren't you?
She. Girl, you good.
Oh, I think that's supposed to be a compliment.
Yeah, because we're like bros.
Okay.
Girl bros.
I don't know. Okay.
Thanks.